Hello, hello, and good day, everyone. Welcome to Dragon Age of Gates Glitch Tutorial, episode 72. Where right now we're leading a Wartok and other enemies to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word. As there also was another thing I'd like to update on a previous glitch I had done back in the earlier episodes, back in episode 3, 4, I don't know. Whoa, hey, that was not pretty. But I was going to do this on my original save, but decided to do a new game because I just realized I already killed all the enemies at Surdana at this point. But since this was a recent post by Arcane Knight, I decide, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and explore this while it's so fresh in our memories. So what we're trying to explore here is if bringing the enemies to the, one, can we bring the enemies to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word? Two, do the NPCs of the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word take damage or flinch or some sort of reaction towards the enemies? Because Arcane Knight said that it's possible. Well, you see for the post yourself here, right here. As you see, it's possible that at some point there could have been enemy raids that would appear out of nowhere. After all, Surdana is in peril. Right now, I got myself being invincible because I want to come over to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word without dying, per se. Oh, do not, I said do not kill. I'm gonna kill all the mages though, because they're very likely they're gonna kill. Thank you. Okay, everybody, follow me. Come on, everyone. Quit fighting amongst yourselves. Did you kill? You did, didn't you? Wait a second. Hey. Yeah, you bastards, killing yourselves and ruining some of my fun. Why don't ya? But again, we're just running down here to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word. We're gonna encounter some of the NPCs, and we're gonna try to see if we can get them to hit each other. Oh, yeah, they do actually flinch or take some sort of damage. That's actually kind of neat. Let's see if we can get them inside. Hey, everyone, join in here. Come on inside. Join the Covenant.
Would you like to hear about our Lord and Savior Monastery?
Join the Brotherhood. Yes, you, sir. Join us. Oh, the fellow Wartok wants to join in too. Come on inside. Ah, there we go. There we go. A Wartok and a Grull. Here we go. Everybody, come on inside. Read some books. Enjoy yourselves. Come on over here, guys. Come have a seat. Enjoy a drink of fine wine. My fellow Grull and Wartok friend. They have no idea what to do here. It's like, we're kind of programmed to fight outside, not inside here. Can we take this outside? It just kind of feels stuffy in here. Oh my gosh, this is actually hilarious. Look, now swing at me. Oh my gosh, ah!
Welcome to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word. You come to...
What exactly is the trouble?
The brothers who did the eclipse have been coming back. It's ghastly. We have them locked up now in the catacombs. Chopped to men to bits.
What does it want me to do then?
So apparently, these guys either have extremely high life total or they just can't die. They're immortal. Much like some other enemies and such in the game. But at least it's kind of a fun idea of bringing down the Grull and Wartok here to lay siege here. It could have been a possibility that you could have had random enemies spawn up out of nowhere. Which would have been nice, because then that would have been more experience for you and potentially be able to get yourself maxed out. Because one of the main issues of this game is the fact that if you want to level your sorcery to a certain extent, the what was it called again? Is it just magic? Yeah. Raise your magic to a certain extent. In order to get the most out of it, you need to level that up first. Rather, if you level up to level 5, or you level it up to level 8 all the way. You need to do that first because you can't purchase these spells once you're in Stratos. And you cannot get to level 12 before you get to Stratos. There's just not enough experience to get you to level 12. So you need to be sure to do all the experience for magic first. Then continue with the bow and the sword. Like, with the archery and melee. Because you can buy a sword that you can't use. You can buy a bow that you can't use. But eventually, once we get enough skill points, you can use them. But magic, nuh-uh. And this would have been a great solution to that. You could have done some grinding, pass some time, and attack where the Grull appear. Maybe have it as a side quest. It's like we have Wartok sightings over at the Brotherhood and Eternal Word. We have Wartok sightings. We have Grull sightings over at the farmlands to the, what direction would that be? I guess that would be to the north. Wartoks have been appearing in front of Cragmore. And things like that. Just be able to have enemies respawn and you kill them and get more experience. That would have been great. But sadly, that's not the case. While we are on the topic of the monastery, I would like to take this chance to make an amendment to one of my earlier glitches, the Nighttime of Surdana glitch, back on episode 3. So, from what we understand from that video, is that in order to activate the Nighttime of Surdana, you need to first slide on a mountain slope to jump onto the roof of the monastery, make your way inside an unloaded monastery, make your way down to where the catacombs are, drop on down there, transition the day to night, then exit out a different way to make sure you keep the night cycle. And then once when you exit the monastery, voila, Surdana is shrouded in darkness. It's a little convoluted, but there's actually a whole lot simpler, a more simple way to do it. What got me thinking along these lines was a comment left by a fellow viewer by the name of Puppet on Strings, as you can see in the comment right here. It stated that they accidentally stumbled upon this. My question is, how in the world do you accidentally get onto the roof of the monastery, make your way inside of an unloaded monastery, make your way down to the catacombs, drop on down to, transition to day to night, exit out a different way to then keep the Surdana shrouded in darkness? How do you accidentally do all that and not exactly know what you did? And then it just dawns on me, you probably didn't even need to do that in the first place. So after some investigation, here is all that you need to do. You get inside the monastery. You make your way into this room. You need to be either on the right side or left side of the catacombs, right on side that wall there that hugs it. You cannot just simply run down here and run out. No, that won't trigger it. What will trigger it, and which I think this is what Puppet on Strings accidentally did, was crouch down here and roll across here. And then, like, stood up at some time, ran out. And there we go. That's actually how you do it. Roll down there alongside the wall, stand up, and exit on out. That's it. And we should have the Nighttime of Surdana. So let's go ahead and leave out of here. And voila! Here it is. The Nighttime of Surdana. So easy now. Way easier than before. So simple. You don't even need to climb up a mountain to get onto the roof of the monastery anymore and risk death. You can just go into the monastery like any normal person and then make the night happen. And speaking of easy glitches, we're going to move on to the main glitch of this episode, which is also just as easy to do. Let's get started. Okay, everyone. going from what we said at episode 71, we're going to actually visit a glitch that's going to utilize the gate here, or anything that regards from going from one area to another, like Ravenshold to Northern Tundra, Surdana to Ravenshold. Anything that revolves a load save screen, a save and load screen to a new level. Well, all we need, we're gonna go ahead and equip our armor here, and we're gonna activate the clone. And that's all we need to do. We just activate clone, and then we go right immediately to save load screen. We go ahead and save here. I do want to say, while we are loading and saving here, that video I posted where Rynn is well equipped with everything, all the type of equipment that you cannot possibly get at all in the game before you complete the Shadowmire. But yet I did. I got it all in there. It's no hacks or anything. I have no idea how to hack any games. With that being said, though, I left it up to the community to figure out what I did. And so far, one person, Meta Knight, has been making quite a bit of headway at just a couple of guesses that he put out there of how I possibly could have done all this. In regards to, like, spot on guessing the use of Cragmore to spawn Arok. That is correct. I did bypass with Rynn into Cragmore to get Arok. But there is an episode in which how to spawn Arok when you go to a new level. I'll have you guys figure out and find that episode. It shouldn't be that difficult. The other one is where was the location I used to do the rolling glitch, and it's not an arbitrary long way though. So it is a location that's relatively close to the Cragmore entrance. So that is going to be up to you guys to figure out what in the world I did with that. But as for the weapon, for the Earthblade, I did bypass into the other, to the exit, the opposite end when you go left at the bridge in the Shadowmire, where when Rynn passes the guy who pleads for you to save his daughter, and that Trog that runs away from you, at the bridge, I did bypass into the, there on the right. I didn't want to trigger a lot of Trogs and such, but I did bypass into there, and I did bypass into the Earthblade. And I'll have you guys also try to figure out what I did there. What potential location I might have used. There's probably actually innumerable locations, so I'm not going to have you find the specific one I used in that location. I want you to find the specific location in Cragmore, but for Shadowmire, if you find a location and be able to bypass it in there, that's perfect, because that's essentially what I did. So I will continue to leave it up to you guys. You guys have already almost solved it. I thought for sure I was going to have more time, but you guys are more shrewd than I thought you were. Either that, or I am very obvious in how I do these things, how I discover these glitches. Because really, there's nothing new glitches that I use. It's just the current glitches that we have thus discussed so far that has led to our discovery. Speaking of glitches to discuss, we have now a model of Rynn left behind by the clone. When we go to a load and save screen, while the clone is active, the clone will still stay here. It will no longer time out, and Rynn will be permanently here. A character model. One that you can zoom in on, and if I had a bow on me, I could actually zoom in a bit closer with Rynn. But this is one that you can admire the character model, however close you want to be with the Rynn. You can zoom in with a bow however much you want and just admire the character model the developers have made for Rynn. Makes me wonder what actually what person in real life they actually modeled Rynn after. Because usually when they do character models, they do model it after a person. They usually bring someone in to kind of get the dimensions and whatnot. So I wonder who this person was modeled after. Or was it just completely 100% conjured up through memory and is 100% original? Not based off anything, just based off ideas. The other thing too, I may be able to pass through Rynn here, but let's see here. But there is collision programming built in the Rynn, and this is also dependent on the armor she is wearing. So to kind of showcase here the different collision programming involved in each of the armors from Rynn, there's a key difference between these three here. So anything like leather and the village clothes here, the leather armor and the village clothes, you are going to have fleshy sound effects no matter where you shoot Rynn. But when we move to the, let's move over here to the scale armor, and no matter where you shoot, you're going to get the metal clang sound. But when going to the chainmail, you get metal clang sound when you hit the armor pieces on Rynn's upper torso. But if you shoot in the flesh part that's exposed, you actually get the flesh sound effect. The same thing is true when you shoot her in the legs. Even if you shoot her down here, it's all flesh. So it makes me wonder in terms of armor piercing and whatnot, if Rynn were to be struck into her right arm instead of her left arm, would she actually take normal damage? Also, as a side note, Rynn headshots, no matter what armor she's wearing, will always be fleshy. Sound effects, which basically Rynn needs to wear a helmet. I'm not sure if that actually does anything for the armor rating, but yes, no matter where you shoot, no matter what armor you choose, headshots will be more flesh than metal. But I'm not going to shoot her pretty face. But given that we can have multiple Rynns, let me show you another thing. We can have a showcase of all 7 Rynns. We can have the village outfit. We can have leather, chain, scale, plate, mithril, and order. We have all the armors and outfits on display here. And with any bow you have, you can actually take your time and admire the character model and each design of her outfit. It kind of gives you a chance to be able to tell me now, which is your favorite Rynn, or what are your top 3 Rynns? How about the village Rynn? The leather armor Rynn, the chain, the scale, plate, mithril, or order? I'll tell you what my top 2 are. My top 3 are. My personal top 3 are the order, mithril, and then the scale armor. I know, the scale armor just looks really, really awesome. But not as awesome as the armor of the order. I mean, granted, armor of the order is indestructible, and you don't have to go and try to get your armor repaired. But in terms of aesthetics, it just is really nice looking. I'm not sure if fundamentally if it's any good, this type of armor in actual reality. I mean, given that she's not wearing a helmet, that's pretty bad. But in that regards, the armor that the least favorite armor for me is the plate armor. I mean, look at the design here. You got what basically looks more like the bottom half of the leather armor and the top half of the village outfit, and then you just combine them with plate. You just add plate on top of them. I mean, I guess it's kind of simple. You just put on your leather pants and keep your shirt on, and then just put some armor plating around you. Pretty simple, pretty plain, pretty ordinary. Nothing amazing, nothing outstanding about it. That's my personal take. However, if you guys find that this is your favorite Rynn, more to ya. But there also are some interesting things about the armor. I mean, if you want to go even further, if you want to more be able to see the chest, you'll be looking no further than the village and the chainmail. But if you want more thickness, well, look no further than the mithril and the order. Now, something, again, regarding the chest, though. Regarding the chest. Oh, all I can say is, what were the developers thinking? I'm right here. So, look here. You'll notice the pattern design is a little different in the center of the chest. The texture. The same thing is true with the village outfit. It's just slightly different texture, especially with the bottom 2 loops. You go up, and it's a different texture all around. Well, if we look closer, if we can get a little closer to there, well, let's get a little closer. Come on. We can actually expose Rynn's chest a little bit. Yeah, we can go ahead and expose Rynn's chest a little bit, and you can do that the same thing with the village outfit. You can expose Rynn's chest, at least to a certain extent, but you can't do that with any other armor out here. So it's like, couldn't the developers just simply just continue the design throughout and not have that? Okay, what were developers thinking? Well, I'm pretty sure I know what they're thinking. But come on. I mean, I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain too much. But hey, there's out there. You can go ahead and have all 7 Rynns out here. You can admire them however much you like. You can have the nice close to the side profile of Rynn here. Take Rynn out on a date on a nice evening out here in Surdana. But I digress. In regards to the number of Rynns that we can have out all at once, let me show you the limitations, at least as far as I know, of the PlayStation 2. My army of Rynns here that was kind of set up to have a show of force and the meme I was trying to do here, it just didn't work out. Because I wasn't experiencing the game really slowing down, nor I was told by Outlaw Riven, well, Swordsar, that the glitch slows down the time to save. Oh, so it's the save, when saving the game, it takes longer. But I haven't really experienced that with this. But instead, I was able to get this many Rynns out here and then reached a maximum. Essentially, I have about 29 Rynns right here. But now the game is freezing on me. So I think the maximum number you can actually have is roughly 28. Before, if you add any more, the game will freeze on you. But to be safe, you probably 26. I would say 26. But again, PC, I don't know. Emulation, I don't know. I don't know if the limits of what can be done here is specifically to the game or the platform that is on it. Much like in the previous episode, which causing Jade's Emporium or the Castle of Surdana to go boom! But in any case, guys, just have fun. Just have fun with this glitch. Have fun bringing mayhem and chaos to the Brotherhood of the Eternal Word. Experiment with the farm village of bringing the Grull that appear over there with Rynn. Bring them to attack the farmers, see if they take damage. Maybe the angry farm old lady can take damage. All the crap that she's given you, you can go ahead and bring. Perhaps she would accept the help of a witch right now if she's being attacked. In any case, everyone, we're gonna move on to the next episode where we're gonna really mess with Zoladane here, because he's just so fun to mess with. He's a guy that you can just enjoy making fun of and everything. So, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great life, everyone.
Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender. That is Spartan law. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight. Spartans, prepare for glory! Ho, ho, ho! This is